Yo, what is up, everyone? This is episode 30 of the Glimmer cast. And yeah, today I am joined with first time on the channel, Tim's Talk. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. How's it going, everyone? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely. And friend of the channel, ChillMonger.
Hey.
Right here.
I got the memo. Sonic t-shirts today.
Yes, Sonic swag up in the house. And last but not least, we also have K-Dots joining us today. How are you doing today, good sir?
What's up? What's up? Had to get the glasses on today because I wanted it to look exquisite for this particular review of this epic movie.
You want it to be a Robotnik, not an Eggman.
You got your Robotnik.
If I had some goggles, I would, but I don't got no goggles.
This is awesome. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I am so excited to talk about this movie. I'm going to check in with the chat really quick. We got Master System Marceau in the house. What is up? Oh, you're watching the movie right now while we're streaming. Cool. And Keely Chow in the house. What's up, Keely? Mattia Yupvik in the house. What's up? Let's go. Show in the house. Rhea Cham. Good to see you, Show. Potion Sword Run, the Blue Blur. Exactly. Can't wait to talk about this movie with everyone. Show says, haven't seen the movie yet, but I don't mind being spoiled. Oh, yeah. Full disclosure, we will be getting into spoilers because we'll be doing a deep dive on the synopsis, things we liked, things we didn't like. We're going to watch the trailer as well, or one of the trailers. I looked up the final trailer that was released for this movie, so we will be taking a look at that to get us ramped up to talk about this movie. And yes, thank you, Mattia. Hi, all. Hit that like button. Joey Marino in the house. Hey, what's good? Good to see you, Joey. DL, sorry you couldn't join us today. I know you're at work, but I know you are pending getting a review up as well. What's up, Glimmerville? Really enjoyed Sonic 2. Sets the standard for video game movies. Absolutely. And Hans in the house. Good to see you, Hans. Mattia says, I haven't seen the movie, so I won't watch the whole stream. No worries. And Big Brell, what's up? Good to see everyone. So yeah, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the trailer, and y'all could definitely help me out by like talking over the trailer, saying like, "Oh, that's cool," blah 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 blah, just to kind of help me avoid getting struck by YouTube in the middle of my stream. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen.
I think you'll be fine. YouTube didn't take down my stream when I reacted to the trailer. I think they
Oh,
let me
perfect.
monetize it.
Awesome. Okay.
Well, I
And-
don't think I reacted to the final trailer. It'll be
Just
fine.
making sure I have the right tab open.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? Whoa, Rhea.
From what I remember, real quick, of when I watched the movie, Sonic was a lot darker. But this effect here is still good. But I think the effects here are still not even finished. But in the movie, his fur looked a lot darker.
Cool. Okay. Chill. I have to make sure my secret incognito tabs are not being shared right now. But yeah, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and play the trailer. Make it so like
They didn't make him too much Sonic Boom to where it's like he's such a complete dum dum. Well, he wasn't. Okay, Knuckles isn't the most intelligent. Well, it depends. It depends. In certain iterations, I would say up until it was really Sonic Boom that caused it, but in stuff like Sonic X, the original Sonic games and stuff, especially Sonic 3, 06, Adventure, Knuckles wasn't really like dumb or nothing, but in the movie they made him seem a little bit more like that, but he was he wasn't.
So here's
he
the
wasn't
thing:
completely
is like
a dumb, but he wasn't.
Right. He was just like fish out of
he
water.
had more to him.
Yeah.
Like this whole thing with his code of honor.
Mhm.
Oh, I mean, we're at the point spoiling it, right?
Oh yeah, we can like just
Okay.
quickly get into like a short synopsis of the movie. So
Yeah.
we're just for folks who haven't seen even like the first Sonic movie. I don't think that that's like a huge prerequisite. It would help your viewing experience just so you know the antagonist's tension or Eggman's like resentment towards Sonic, but it's not like a deal breaker. So if you were to just go into this movie as is, you would be fine, in my opinion. It is available on Paramount Plus, though, if you the original Sonic movie, if you do want to go watch it. But anyway, we're joined by Sonic, super happy family living on Earth with his adopted, mom and dad, quote unquote, and they are on their way to go to his mom's cousin's wedding in Hawaii. So they use the rings from Sonic are used as like teleportation portal devices or something like that, peripherals for folks to just imagine where they want to go and jump through the rings, and just how it works in Doctor Strange or even in No Way Home. Pretty much imagine that dynamic. And the interesting part of this is like, okay, cool. Are we going to see like mostly Sonic just, having adventures on his own without very many humans interacting with him? But we actually do get to see some human interaction with him as far as like the town that he's in, I think it's called Green Hills. Yeah, Green Hills. Mm-hmm. And we also see the antagonist Eggman sort of, find his way back into Earth from in the first movie being kind of like cast away to like this mushroom planet. And he's actually assisted by none other than Knuckles in getting back to Earth to locate Sonic. After Knuckles finds that Eggman is in possession of a blue quill that I guess Knuckles was able to sense because there is this ongoing altercation between Knuckles' tribe.
They felt the feedback of the energy. So
yes.
when Eggman activated device, boom. Same thing from the first movie when Sonic shot out all that energy. It basically just that's how Knuckles was able to catch it. Was the power surge that Sonic sent across the galaxy.
Yeah, no, and I did kind of want to get y'all's thoughts on how they sort of introduced Knuckles through that dynamic of like this ongoing war or struggle between the two tribes. Tim, did you have any thoughts on it, or did you feel that the first movie did an okay job giving you that back history of like, okay, the echidnas are at war with the owls, or did you wish that there was like more context to that?
I think it gave it more layers. It made the character a little bit more complex to me, and because he was like this ultimate being or warrior in a way, but he's very archaic in thinking. There's a lot of jokes made at him. He doesn't understand anything, and I think the comedy worked for that. So, I mean, the first one it was all right, but this one like really added to it.
Totally. How about you, ChillMonger? How did you receive the introduction to Knuckles? Did you think that it could have been improved at all, or did you think it was great?
No, I thought it was great because the long claws versus the echidnas beef that he's referencing, it's something I had to sit on for 2 years because I watched the first movie. So they knew what they were doing. They set up the building blocks there to where when we got here, I'm like already in like I have an attachment already to the story and the history of them.
Definitely. K-Dots, I know that you are like a big Sonic history buff, so I'm interested to hear your thoughts on how they sort of like not reinterpreted, or I guess like reimagined the lore for Knuckles in this movie, because I was a little taken back by like Knuckles not being the protector of the Master Emerald per se. He's just trying to,
Not yet.
take it
Not
back.
yet.
Yes, exactly. When I was introduced to him in the games as like the end all be all protector of the Master Emerald. What did you think?
In this version, so I like the way Knuckles introduced. I liked his introduction to the portal. Thought it was badass. Eggman was running for it. He slipped on the ground and stuff, all in that slow mo. Knuckles is coming out. I'm like, yeah, now this is how you introduce a badass like this. He just came through. It was epic. The Echidna and Owl tribe beef. I think it's interesting for him, but for us, the audience, they told us very little still, because Knuckles, what he said was before his father told him like, you can't come into battle with us because it's not your time to be with us yet or be doing what we're doing. He said that he never seen his family again. Now his tribe was the ones who was going to go to Longclaw to get Sonic. So where did his tribe go? Because Longclaw may not be dead, and that tribe may not be dead. So where did they go? That's the other, like they gave us something, but they still gave us so little. Like I want to know, and I think in the Knuckles show they're going to explore that, or maybe in Sonic 3 or whatever. I know it's going to be a totally Sonic and Knuckles centric if they ever do a spinoff when they'll discover that. But I really want to know like what happened to those two, well, the tribe and Longclaw, because they're clearly not dead, unless Longclaw, she did something badass and took them all out, which I don't think she did. But
Longclaw
already
had an arrow inside of her before she
yeah,
sent
I
Sonic
don't think
away.
the tribe is dead like Knuckles thinks or whatever.
Maybe they bonded too.
I know that in the in one of the 3D games, whether it be like I think it's Adventure 2 or something, he encounters one of the people from his tribe, or at least like a relative or distant relative of his. I'm talking about Knuckles.
That chick with the dress.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
so I don't know
She's
how
awesome.
much they're going to reference. I don't know how much they're going to reference her or that storyline potentially.
But that's why I think in the Knuckles spinoff show,
Mhm.
I think that's when we'll see them. Probably even Rouge. If they're going to start to do all this stuff like Rouge and her, best time to introduce them in that Knuckles spinoff show, because I think it's going to be centered around that. Knuckles being the one out of, I don't want to get too far, but Knuckles really going to be taking on this role of watching the Master Emerald. That's why I think Knuckles is not going to be staying with Sonic in them for very long. And it's like, I feel like he's going to be, on Earth, but like somewhere else away, but still relatively close.
Angel Island, or we're going to like find the Earth's equivalent to Angel Island or something, right?
Yeah.
maybe potentially.
Dude, they could call it Angel Island just like they called it Green Hills, Montana.
Right, because Green Hill is not Earth centric in the games and stuff. It's like on totally different. That's why you see in the most recent Sonic games, you don't really see any no more Green Hill Zone stages because Sonic's on Earth in the most recent games. He's not on his like home world.
Yeah, I would really love to see more references to like the seaside levels because those are like the more modern games, like Adventure Onward, where we see
Adventure,
Sonic hanging out with the
06.
most, especially in like the beginning of the games.
If they do Rouge in a Knuckles TV series, it'll be a human being. It won't be an animated thing.
Oh, why do you say that?
Nah, don't
Now I'm
speak
like
that
really
into
sus on
existence.
that.
Money talks.
Don't speak
guys.
it into existence. Come on.
It already exists. It's in the
Well,
storyboard
I'll
groups right
say
now.
this too, since you brought that up. Like, I understand doing a Knuckles show. It's going to be straight to streaming for Paramount. I just hope the same amount of money they put into this is the same amount they're putting into that Knuckles show. Because I'll say this: Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, they all look great. Eggman's giant robot, visually, they all look great in the movie and stuff. Like they could have done the special effects. Like at that point, they could have been even better. But what we already got was so good, and I hope the visual effects and stuff are just as good for this Knuckles spinoff show. I don't want them to like downgrade it. I hope
Sometimes they already have the template, and since it's already invented for the movie, it's not anywhere, so they'll just repurpose it.
Yeah, that's why I hope when they do it, it's like the same quality as this movie and stuff.
How
Because it
about
was
you,
like
Tim?
70 million to make this movie.
Tim, what are your thoughts on potentially like seeing more character story arc for Knuckles? Do you want it to be original takes on characters, like to Chill's point, like a Human Rouge, for example, or do you want them to stay more in line with the video game lore, or as close as possible, or as close as they can be to adapt it?
Wait a second. So did they already? Is this like? Did they already announce that there's going to be a Knuckles series, or like this is this just speculation? Okay.
Oh, they already announced it, and they already announced Sonic 3 at the same time they announced the Knuckles show.
Gotcha. I think I'm more so a Norm. I did play the games, but not all of them. The last one I played, Sonic Forces, where you could create your own character. I really like that game.
I really liked that one. I know it's not like the greatest game in the world, but I personally liked it. Yeah, I got it for Switch, and the create your own character aspect was pretty good, but the actual like platforming and use of different weapons and different tools to get across like the different platforms, I really liked. So
yeah.
But
to answer that, I like what they're doing. Just kind of go along, adapt some things, and then keep some things the same to the game, because you can't lose it in translation. What makes Sonic so great are the little subtle moments in here, like as far as like the cell phone ringing and you hear like the Sonic song, and then even when they get into the pyramid or the maze thing, it starts seeming like a Sonic game. Or when he's gliding down the mountain, like I was like, oh man, this is what I want to see. So yeah.
Or Tim, real quick. I don't know if y'all noticed this. Let me see if y'all noticed this. Only real Sonic fans will notice this.
Was it Crush?
It was near the final fight. And Sonic was drowning. He did something to help himself breathe. What did he do?
He got
the air bubbles. Yes.
Yeah,
I caught that.
I was like, all right, whoever wrote this, they did their research, because that was like that small detail. This goes to show that these people behind this movie did their research, and I respect that.
And then after that, he started drowning in the same kind of animation. He mimicked exactly what happens when Sonic dies in the video game.
Yep.
Oh, dude, like just to like not get too carried far into the story of the movie before covering other stuff. So how they introduced Tails. So I feel like this was probably the weaker moment for me, because Tails just sort of like idly, admiring Sonic from another part of the galaxy, and deciding to leave his village. This like 8-year-old, 10-year-old kid just, going on this like wild goose chase to find this blue hedgehog that they have no idea, if they're even going to be, friendly towards him or hostile or what. Right. I just thought that was a little jarring. So I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on like how that was sort of like fit into the story for y'all.
I was unjarred. I liked him. And he's got 2 tails, and people would make fun of him because he was weird, but he still idolized Sonic, and then Sonic Man, that pulled on my heartstrings. I loved everything Tails. I don't know what you're talking about.
I just felt that the introduction of Tails into the story was a little weak because there was no, in my opinion, there wasn't enough of like introduction of like how did Tails even like discover who Sonic was? Like how did he even like, you know, how did he even become so smart to like, you know how to like build these awesome like machines and gadgets and stuff?
He's a dweeb. That's what he is. I can accept
Yeah,
that.
Sure, yeah, I know. It's just that like maybe just for cinematic purposes, one little line of dialogue like, "Oh, my parents were scientists." If that's all it would have taken for me to just stop thinking about it so much. I don't know if like that's the same for y'all or not.
You want to go first? Go ahead.
I'll just go real quick on this. It did seem kind of awkward because he's like the ultimate fanboy, but almost like a stalker. He goes there to warn him, and then he's not even first there to warn him. Robotnik and everyone just kind of show up. But no, I like the character. He is very endearing, like a misfit. They were both misfits because even Sonic, there was a line about him being like special, but kind of feeling like a misfit. So they meshed together, but I agree more so with Rhea's take on that.
It's not like a deal breaker for me because obviously like we don't really get too much of like why Tails is so smart in the actual video games. Really, he's just sort of is like, it's kind of like a Dexter's Laboratory or like Jimmy Neutron dynamic. They're just smart just because they're smart. So yeah.
And this is why I say, because I am in my review, I get a movie name, but I mentioned the pacing. Right now, I'm not too mad at it. I'm not really mad at it, and I'm not like dissatisfied or completely like, yes, this is the pacing wasn't perfect, but I was okay with it. But they did speed across Tails pretty quick because he was coming there to warn Sonic. Eggman and them already got to him. Now this is the thing. I understand why Tails was a fanboy and why he was so fond of Sonic because I hope if they do show Tails people, they show that Tails is the only one with like two tails and everybody else got one tails to prove that he is the he's the one person that's just different from everybody else. And he admires Sonic because Sonic is uniquely the fastest person out of everybody that has a specific ability and stuff. And he thought, he's weird, I'm weird. Everybody else thinks I'm a dweeb, so I'm gonna sit here and like kind of just admire this guy. He's a hero, and I want to be like him someday. But I do agree they could have gave a little bit more backstory to Tails. They did sweep past him pretty quick.
Yeah, definitely. And then the immediate trust that Tails and Sonic just have in each other. I get that they're really young and it's sort of a life or death circumstances at the moment, so you can't really spend too much time asking too many questions just to like move the pace of the story. But yeah, that was just my one criticism there. I personally did really like
just
Tails.
To bounce off of that real quick, I think because it was in the first movie, and
True.
This is one of my problems with the first movie, but it's like I understood it because they fixed it in this movie. To me, in the first movie, when Sonic, I'm used to like my Sonic's like Sonic X, Sonic Adventures. I'm like cool, he's chill, he's like, or the Sonic in the OVA, the 1999, like he's chilling on the beach, eating chili dogs and stuff. Like Tails can be over there drowning in the water, and Sonic would be all like, "Man, just swim, you'll be fine, doggy paddle." Like he's chilling. In the first movie, he was very much attention seeking, wanting like going out seeking for friends and stuff. But I understood the movie why they did it, but it was like, eh. But since that is the same Sonic, I understand why here he's kind of so quick to take Tails under his wing and be a friend to him because he still longs for friends and stuff. Because the only people knows is Tom, Maddie, and he can't really. And some of the people in Green Hills, but he wants to like, he doesn't want to keep hiding himself and stuff and doing this. So I understand why he was so reluctant to be Tails' friend. And I'll say I like how they made him the big brother to Tails in this movie. It was like, but he was like the big brother. He was leading them. He was teaching them the ropes of how to, how to deal with Earth and the stuff here.
You got the blanket for him when he was needing to sleep. That was very.
Oh yeah, in the
that's a relationship. Because
yeah.
that's a relationship in the games. They're like big brother, little brother. Well, depending on the games you play, but it's like literally big brother, little brother. I think in one of the games or it was a comic, they explained Tails' origin. If I remember, I could be wrong, but supposedly Tails fell from a tree. Sonic found him, and then he helped raise him. But he just found Tails in the tree. He fell down. He was like a little baby and stuff, and Sonic like kind of helped raise him and stuff. And he was, big brother
Really?
type of thing. It was a while back. I forgot which it was from. I forgot which. It wasn't in a game. It was like one of those like things we got to go deeper into like the booklets and all that. Yeah, the cartoon. I think it's
Okay,
cartoon.
for sure.
All right then.
What did y'all think of the character design change for Eggman? Tim, I want to hear your thoughts.
I thought it worked. Like he's slowly becoming more and more Eggman.
Yep.
I know he's not quite fat, but then they did have a nice little teaser in the background. Stone or whatever's going through like the outfits, and you see a more fat Robotnik in the back with the outfit. So I liked it. It made sense. Love Jim Carrey in the role.
His big
How about you?
Megazord, that looked kind of fat, kind of roundy, so that's close enough. Well, it wasn't going to make the movie or break the movie either. It was appreciated, though, that they're slowly getting him with the mustache and all that.
Yeah, it wasn't distracting for me personally, which is weird because I was distracted by like all the minutia of like lack of information otherwise that we didn't already like get. But yeah,
You're
Kate, also
distracted. Knuckles didn't have a cowboy hat either.
I was gonna jump into that too, like when we get into Knuckles. But yeah, first, K-Dots, your thoughts on Eggman's character design changes? Anything stand out for you, or wish you?
Oh, yeah, like I agree with
another
Tim. He's slowly becoming Eggman. He's getting the goggles, the bald head, the mustache. Now he just got to get the beer belly, and he's fine and stuff. I will not. Jim Carrey said he's done acting because I'm like, you're too deep into Eggman and stuff. They're not gonna recast Eggman. He's still gonna be Eggman and stuff. So he's gonna be Eggman. But he said he wants Fat Eggman, so we're gonna get Fat Eggman soon. But I don't want to be like super like fat. Just give him a beer belly and that's fine. I think a beer belly is fine for Jim Carrey and stuff. I don't want him to just be all like, round in a fat suit and stuff and basically rolling around everywhere.
I kept expecting Stone, like even in the first movie, to just be turned into a robot. Yes, exactly. I was expecting that so much, and it just did not happen. But yeah,
he passed out at the end. Oh no, wait, no, he didn't. He put on. Oh shoot, yeah, he didn't.
Yeah, like they left the ending pretty ambiguous as far as like what physically happened to Eggman. Like I doubt that he died. I think it's a pretty ambiguous, like sort of like where is he now? It's clear that he's still on Earth.
I was laughing when he fell.
Yeah.
I was laughing so hard when he fell. Like later, haters, because I was like, dude, you're about to fall to your death. Like when he fell, like as Sonic took, I went not too far, but Sonic took off the head. It was like no thing he can fall into that would have cushioned anything. He fell like flat onto the ground, so they didn't show it, but he fell straight to the ground.
Yes, exactly. There was like no covering to even like break the fall or anything. It would just be like splat right on the ground.
Mangled up.
But yeah, on that point about the cowboy hat, DL says F that cowboy hat. I personally wish that there was a cowboy hat reference. But yeah, how they introduced Knuckles. Like I said during after the trailer, I liked that they advanced his character design a little bit with like notes of Sonic Boom, but not like overtly, muscular or taller than everyone else, like Sonic and Tails. So I did appreciate that. And we talked about it a little bit about how like he's a fish out of water. He is, he's just a solitary creature. Lived in the forest in the abandoned ruins of his village, like up until that point. So his interpersonal skills, ability to catch on to nuance and jokes and things like that is a little challenged. Very much to Tim's point, like a la Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. So any other thoughts on like how they handled Knuckles before we get into more of the synopsis?
Peace, Sergio. Nah, not really, man.
No worries. Shidoko says, if Eggman is really dead, I wouldn't mind if Stone gets a bigger antagonistic role for the third movie. That would be interesting. And House of the Nerd Show says, came through to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Have a great show. Thank you so much, Nerd Show. Oh, haven't watched Sonic yet, so not going to stick around for spoilers. No worries. Ruby900 says, let's just hope that they write Shadow well in the next movie. Oh, spoiler. That's a major spoiler. Let's just hope they write Shadow well into the next movie, because Sega can't write Shadow well in the new game. I actually am going to like get into that towards like the end of our review of like what I would personally like to see. Shaduka says, love Knuckles. He's really lovable. Yes, he is very lovable. And he loves grapes. They reference that in the movie. Yeah,
about ice cream.
Ice cream.
Oh, it does come in grape flavor.
Who puts grapes in ice cream? No,
Have you ever been to Baskin Robbins? They have 32 flavors. I'm sure grapes is one of them.
I wouldn't be surprised to have like freaking chili dog ice
Chili
cream.
dog flavor.
Baskin Robbins.
I do like that chili dog moment, like where it drops onto Knuckles or whatever.
Oh yeah, it just like hits him right in the eyes, and I'm just like, what?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, they got me for a moment. They got me for a moment. I was like, oh, he's really is turning kind of evil. Is this movie about to end on some dark note?
Oh yeah,
Going to like some dark arc or whatever. But I was like, okay, it's just a chili dog. They got me for a moment. And stuff. I was like, all right. They didn't.
You know, it was an immature, funny joke when Tails' his tails turned into a helicopter. They said it was a butt copter. That was funny for me, and I know that 10-year-olds are laughing at that too.
Yeah, I laughed at it. I was like, he was like, oh, a butt copter. Wow, only the great Sonic the Hedgehog would think of that.
And I'm just like, how would you know? Oh, right, because you've been stalking him for your entire life.
Yeah, you've been stalking. He knows he likes bubble baths and stuff. Who knows what Tails been doing?
Yeah, that's a little creepy.
What a cute little weirdo.
Anyway, okay, back to the synopsis. So, gosh, I'm like drawing a blank. Okay, so
who run Knuckles?
Yes, they're on this like cat and mouse trail of like chasing Sonic and Tails, and Eggman is sort of like manipulating Knuckles into thinking that they have similar goals in mind to stop Sonic, who was raised by an enemy of Knuckles' tribe. So that's like kind of the main reason why Knuckles has beef with Sonic. And meanwhile, Eggman is basically gleaning more information, or is interested in the Master Emerald, because Knuckles pretty much made him privy to its existence and the potential power that it could give to the person who possesses it. So throughout this whole time, we sort of get signs of Eggman showing his true intentions to eventually turn his back on Knuckles. Knuckles seeing it, sort of reacting to it in the scene, like, especially when there's an example where Eggman is saying like something along the lines of like friends, like something like that, or like he just sort of blows off the idea of like Sonic caring for Tails when they're in battle and Tails is sort of injured, or
and also
Sonic
the part when he left Agent Stone. Also that part too, if y'all noticed.
Oh yeah, in the
Knuckles
cafe.
picked up on it too. Because he said dishonor, because he didn't want him to leave Stone behind. He was like, ain't we supposed to be like rolling together? Isn't your minion supposed to be with you? He was like, he picked up on that too.
For me, that telegraphed that there would be teammates by the end of the movie, and I'm like, yes, Sonic Heroes is coming.
Well, real quick, it's a small little critique. I'm not saying this hurts anything, but this is why I say like it started to get they almost like too close to being a little too Sonic Boomish Knuckles, and I'm kind of glad they stopped it. But let's say, for example, if Sonic did not drop in the way he did, Knuckles was going to get electrocuted, right? And because he wasn't paying attention. Now, I was kind of hoping that if they was going to do that, Knuckles would have did like a little look to know like, yo, like he about to try something before doing that. But they was clearly waiting until Sonic tells him that, pay attention, Eggman's trying to steal the emerald and stuff. I was like, all right, now you're making him little, not too, he stopped being, he wasn't as self-aware as he should have been, because if Eggman was going to knock him out and do that, I mean, shoot, it was like, That's my one little critique. Like I wish he was catching upon it better, because he caught upon 2 signs so far, 2 signs. And while yes, he's like, okay, I'm gonna still give him a chance. It's like I feel like Knuckles, the Knuckles I know, would have definitely knew if Eggman was gonna hit him in the back.
I think that's and then I'm picking up on
It's
this
just a
too, now
small
that I
little
think
critique.
about it.
I didn't have no huge issue with it, just a small little critique.
It's like the arrogance thing about being like, oh, the greatest warrior, and like, I don't need your powers. I think in one of the trailers they used that line
Yeah,
but
they
it's
changed
not
it.
actually in that scene. So I did notice that. Tim, sorry,
He
what were you
says it
about
right
to say?
before it happens.
I blanked. Or yeah. Oh, okay. So no, like in this, he's like, this is almost like year 1 Knuckles, right? He raised himself, so he's not really picking up on those clues. That's kind of how I take it. But then, Kados brought up a good point. You think you'd pick up on it after a while, and he did raise himself, and he probably had to hunt and all that. So you think he would start picking up these things up quicker? And he's the ultimate warrior, so he says.
And he said he'd been around the galaxy too. I imagine he was, because the guys he was with, those 3 dudes in the beginning that came through, he came through the same portal as them. Meaning, I'm assuming those dudes was rolling with him, like they was probably going around picking up work and all that stuff. Because Knuckles said he'd been going around the galaxy. He probably was a mercenary, and maybe, I'm not saying he was. Maybe he was a mercenary going around taking jobs, doing physical stuff, getting money from it. And I think he definitely would have been able to pick up on Eggman trying to zap him the way he did. It was just a little thing. Just a little thing.
That's a good point, saying that he was alone. So, like, how's he gonna get the cues and raising himself about kind of social stuff? Those masked guys who he was with, the 3.
Yeah.
Were they even human though? Like, I don't even know.
I don't know what they were. For a second, I was thinking. It wasn't an owl tribe, because that was a different type of bird. But I was thinking, was that a reference to Jet from the Sonic Riders games? But they didn't. But they looked like regular people. They wasn't like the size of Knuckles in them, to where I think they're actual, birds like Jet from the Sonic Riders games. But I was thinking like maybe that's a reference to Jet in them, or maybe a tribe associated to Jet from Sonic Riders, maybe.
DL's comment, is it me, or were there many times where people were talking out loud behind Knuckles' back and he didn't notice? I think so too. Maybe Knuckles was really intently focused on something and he didn't pick up on some mumbling behind him or something like that. I think that's true. Like, especially when
I think because he couldn't even pick up on none of the lingo like that. Like, he speaks English. Someone can speak English. Like someone could come from China, learn English, but their English may not be as perfected as mine's, to where I grew up here. I've been speaking it my whole life. I can pick up on the lingo, the cues, slang, all that. Some people just learn the basics of English, but they don't know the lingo, all the shortcuts with the language. It's probably a situation like that.
Regional dialects and stuff like that, and
right.
And colloquial terms. I think, like, for a good example to DL's point, like when they're on the biplane and Sonic and Tails are just like, mumbling about Knuckles, oh, what is Knuckles gonna do? Like, do you think he can even do this? And then Knuckles turns around and reacts, and I'm just like, he was listening the whole time, but he was
I'm gonna get my revenge.
No, I don't think he didn't notice. I just think that, like, he is just, just the silent observer type, and just, reacts to what he feels is necessary, in my opinion.
And he also might misinterpret things just wrong too. Like, in that saying, he pays attention, he's listening, but it's like if he knows the language better, he can understand things more. But he's listening. He just doesn't know how to interpret everything he's hearing.
Oh, another good example. So this is like a small scene where Eggman is tapping into Sonic's phone to see the text messages being sent to Tim, and Knuckles is reading off the ... dots, and he doesn't really understand that you're not supposed to read those. And there was also a point where they notice Sonic is lying to Tim in the text, and Knuckles interprets that as at face value.
He's back home.
Yeah, like, because Sonic says to Tim, "Oh no, everything's fine. I'm back home," and clearly, like, he's not like home at all. So
he's naive. But then again, where did he learn to speak English, or not speak English, but read English? That's different. If you want to tell me he knows how to communicate because that's his power, fine. But does he also have the superpower to look at 26 letters of this language and understand it. I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, and that's why I say, like, when Sonic came there, when I was a baby, probably didn't know that much about Earth. He could speak English. But when he started stealing all them comics, all that tech and stuff, and just all these things, he freshened himself up on the culture. Like, he can do the basics, like read it. But I think, reading all them comics and stuff, and
Yeah, he's got the picture
he
to
educated
associate with the
himself.
words, but you can't say that for Knuckles, can you?
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
I
you
don't
can't
know
say how-
what. Yeah,
how
for
Tails is
Knuckles' case,
talented.
yeah, for like Knuckles' case, I don't know exactly what he was doing. That's why I say I hope they give us backstory to what he was doing this whole time. Because like, if his tribe was gone, who did his training? Maybe his mom was around and stuff. I don't know. But he said when his whole tribe went, they all disappeared. So who did his training? Who helped him?
I got it. Here.
Discover these powers
Dr.
and stuff.
Robotnik. When he collected him from the Mushroom Planet, there's a time gap between Sonic Movie 1 and Sonic 2. And in that time gap, he was educating him on that when you get to Earth, this is the language we speak. You know what I mean? That's what happened. That was the agreement that they had. They arranged that. Knuckles English.
And I think part of it is like a video game movie. Part of it's going to be silly. I know we're like deep dive into that. I know it's kind of a cop out, but still, it's going to be over the top some parts.
Well, you have a point, because I was saying this, like, this movie is like any other kids movie. It's family movie. It's a family movie, but it's also a kids movie too. I'm not going to put too much thought into it like I would put any other movie, but people do need to understand. Like, I feel like there were some people I know saying this movie's mid, right? Like mid, so as far beyond mid. I hope they're not reading too much into the movie, because it's still a kids movie, family friendly. It's very much that. It's how you would look at a Pixar movie or a Disney movie or a DreamWorks animation. They're still kids movies at the end of the day. But this is a very good kids movie though. Like, there's quality kids movies, not just every kids movie. You have to turn off your blinders to it. Well, turn on your blinders, but this one, you can take off the blinders and you can walk out saying this movie is at least good. If anyone calls this movie bad, I don't know. I feel like they either may not be a Sonic fan, probably a Mario like shill. If they say that's probably a Mario shill.
It's gotta be divisive. DC, Marvel. Okay, Sonic, Mario. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like Sega and Nintendo beef has like been existing, not as long as like Marvel and DC, but yeah, it's up there. 30 plus years.
Well, I think because that's what I think. Nintendo fans are gonna make this weird conspiracy.
Nintendo is Marvel, right?
Yeah, I think they're gonna make a weird.
DC.
No, they're gonna be salty because Sonic has 2 movies better than any of the Mario movies that exist right now.
Sonic is the reason Mario was doing
because Sonic. Look, Mario may beat Sonic in games, but Sonic has beaten Mario to the movies.
Yeah.
Shouts out Sonic.
I don't know what y'all are saying. I actually personally liked the live-action Super Mario Brothers movie with John Leguizamo, and I forget who played Mario. But yeah, like, as weird in live action as they tried to adapt it. Oh, Chill just excused himself. Okay, come on. Get back in here. Okay, anyway, back to the actual movie. So another thing I wanted to get y'all's thoughts on are, like, the sequences that kind of deviate from the plot. Like, going to this random European bar, and then like yeah. Okay, let's talk about that one first. So we spend an extended amount of time in this bar, and I'm not even 100% sure how this pushes the plot forward, other than introducing us to Tails' device that can make different holograms appear out of nowhere and help them win the dance contest. But
and also Tails' insecurities.
By not feeling up to the task of being a hero or a dancer or someone who can like put on these huge displays in front of people. Yeah,
right. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was useless to the plot, but it did give us character development for Tails. And honestly, I had fun with it because I was like, the guy came in, had a tattoo of himself. Ravanga, I didn't have time to look up on my phone what Ravanga was because I didn't know how to spell it. But I was like, oh, it's a dance fight. And I liked it because it was like, it was like a bar sequence in the first movie, but better. You got a cool dance sequence from them. Yes, it was it went on too long. And honestly, Sonic could have just used his speed and grabbed the map and they could have been out of there. But it was also a snowstorm too, and they had trouble navigating. So I understood why they even stayed there the way they did. Because they ended up staying there after they got the map back anyways.
Yeah, and the grandma wakes up next to Sonic and he's like, Tails?
That was a cool gag. What was the other?
My boy.
The Channing
the other
Tatum
sort
reference.
Oh, right, yeah, that one.
Step
I did
up.
want to quickly get to the other scene that I was thinking. I wasn't 100% sure if it advanced the plot or not. The whole like Hawaii wedding, thing with the cousin and the secret agents who are posing as like the groomsmen and her fiance. Like, it was a little weird.
It was a little weird. It was like very much like, all right, we need to throw this in here just to like add to the plot and add some like some sorrow and sadness and stuff. But it was like because it's not like they didn't set it up, because the general who gave them the Olive Garden gift card was still suspicious of them.
Yeah.
And I like the part when he told Agent like, oh, Agent, it's fine. We'll just give her a gift card. It's okay that you faked the wedding. We're gonna give her a gift card. Everything's gonna be okay, man. Gift cards. That guy's all gift cards and nothing else. I love him, and I love his obviously cheesy acting. It's so obvious his acting is like so corny on purpose.
Yes, it was. Oh, sorry, Tim. What were you about to say?
If Adam West was still alive, he would have been perfect for what this guy was in this movie. The general with the Olive Garden stuff. If Adam West was still alive, I would have casted Adam West as this guy in this particular role.
Yeah, definitely cheeky. I was just going to add to that, like, I like how they call it Project Catfish. Like, the whole thing was,
yeah, that was fun. I was expecting it to be like an acronym for something, but they did make an acronym from Gun, which I think is canonical to the games. At least like in Adventure 2, I think.
I think in Sonic X they used Gun. Also Shadow the Hedgehog game.
Mm-hmm.
And Sonic 06. They don't really use Gun often, but they're game accurate.
Totally. Yeah, and then just like whipping through the synopsis, the introduction of the power for the Master Emerald. We see it impact Dr. Eggman, and then we also see Sonic obtain the power to become supersonic. Did y'all enjoy that sequence? I felt like it was pretty game accurate, pretty visually accurate. I was ultimately very like happy with how they executed it. Tim, did you have any critiques or anything about that sequence?
Well, I think I can speak for all Dragon Ball Z fans everywhere. When Sonic goes like Super Saiyan, I was pretty excited. I felt like a kid again, but I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what Sonic does. So it was pretty dope. Yeah, I think it ended nicely, and maybe a little bit too long for them to figure out how to take down the Eggman. I feel like they're just doing stuff, but then again, they've never worked as like a full unit or team. So overall, I did like them taking it down, and I like the overall aesthetic of how the Chaos Emeralds or Master Emerald looks when someone's infused with them. But yeah, I think they stick the landing.
Definitely. Oh, and I know you have to step out because you have a stream coming up, but y'all tell us where we can find you at, and what you're going to be working on later today, if not, later this week.
Yep. Yeah. Thanks for having me on. Always. Well, I was about to say always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to chill with K-Dots and ChillMonger. But yeah, I'm going on stream afterwards. I don't know what the topic is. They're just like, I think it's more of an interview type thing on Rogue Entertainment. And then tomorrow we're covering Moon Knight at 7:30 p.m. ET, episode 2. I'm actually I like the show thus far. And then on Monday we're doing a Sonic panel discussion. We're gonna cover the box office and then do more so a round table. And then I got Comic-Con next Saturday, so pretty excited about that.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. I know this is your first time on the channel. Hopefully we can have you on again in this future. And be sure to check out Tim's talk on YouTube. And he's on Twitter at Kylo_Tim1. Links are in the description. So yeah, I'll catch you later, Tim. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yep, see you everyone.
Bye, Tim.
Awesome, cool. And yeah, Supersonic going Super Saiyan. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we have the technology. Let's do it. Because Captain Marvel did it also. Sonic did it now. Hey, Dragon Ball, get your budget right, and let's get that movie.
Well, isn't Sonic technically like kind of a ripoff of Dragon Ball to begin with? Like,
the Supersonic one, yeah, like 7 Chaos Emeralds and Supersonic, pretty much Dragon Ball Z references. But in Dragon Ball, you don't use the Dragon Balls to go Super Saiyan. That's like they're like separate.
Right.
But the 7 Chaos Emeralds, 7 Dragon Balls, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, we got some similarities there.
When I saw Sonic running on water, I thought I was Chaos. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was pretty cool to see that power in action.
And he failed.
I think he meant like chaos, like perfect chaos.
Oh, sorry. Can you refresh my memory on what that is?
Remember the bluey, the blue gooey thingy.
Oh, from Adventure. Got it. Yeah.
I think Kimani's talking about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What's interesting is he also didn't successfully run on water. He ended up on shore as like a castaway.
He wasn't completely perfect with it. He was messing up.
What do you think was the point of that? I don't know. Like I could have done with him successfully. Yes, I can walk on water now. Hooray. But maybe they needed to show us that because they don't want us to ever question, oh yeah, why doesn't Sonic just, go to other countries? Because we'll be like, oh, he can't walk on water.
I think because in the first movie, right? And that's why I said I had some issues with how Tom's involvement was in the first movie. Because he wasn't needed. Sonic knows how to read. He can easily read a map. He ran across water, and they didn't show it, but he obviously ran across water and stuff in many directions to try and look for San Francisco. He didn't know where it was at because he doesn't have a map or what it was.
I know the scene you're talking about.
So he can run on water successfully. It's like...
No. Check it out. Didn't he have like a fish in his hair, though? It means he failed. It means he was not over the water. He was underwater, and he was not successful. And I remember that exact scene.
But he would have drowned then because he can't swim. So he was running. I think he just ran on it so fast that it's like you're driving and bugs start to hit you in the face and stuff. You're on a motorcycle, and bugs start to just hit your helmet and stuff.
Speaking of like Sonic running, so maybe someone else can confirm this, but it's interesting how Tails, Knuckles, and Sonic were all shown running at relatively the same speed at one point. Maybe Sonic was, slowing down to.
He had to been holding back because he was much faster last movie. Because actually, and this is not lore accurate to the games. I never seen this ability before. It could be in the comics, but as far as the games go, this lightning effect, the lightning powers he has, even with Knuckles and stuff, that's new. I've never seen that before, and I think they do that, and it's like to show that this is a totally different version. They really made Sonic OP in the first movie, like his speed and stuff. These blue thunderbolts, that force of energy sent across the galaxy. Like Sonic doesn't be doing that stuff in the games, like sending power surges and making them go across the galaxy. So either the writing team was like, "Yo, we need to power down Sonic for the sake of the plot," just to power him down. I wish they wrote in why Sonic was holding back. They could have just said that he wasn't trying to push you hard or something, like just something. Because in the first movie, he was a lot more OP, like a lot. That whole blue thunder effect. I mean, it's basically Sonic, the blue bird, the blue blur of thunder. Now, in this version,
they just got so much special effects money. They're like, we don't know what to do with it. Give him lightning.
Right. I think it's cool. I like it. Because it's different and it makes Sonic even more powerful in his own ways. Like it might be as powerful as Archie Sonic from the comics. Sonic is like crazy powerful.
I was about to say that I feel like they sort of referenced it in the initial or in the opening sequence where Sonic is stopping a bank robbery, I think. And it was just showing him like, being very like boisterous with his powers, very arrogant, and being very reckless. So maybe in this movie, they're trying to show him like, trying to hold back and be more, mindful of when and where to like push his limits or to exert the limits of his power or push them or whatever. So
yeah, because if he goes too fast, he might send, the shockwaves he sent out caused a blackout. So, and just to read it in, they didn't say it, but that does make sense, and it lines up with the first movie that he doesn't want to do stuff like create those shockwaves again, go too fast, and cause blackouts and all that.
Yeah, we also know that that's how he called to Tails. Tails only found him because of those like waves of energy thing. So he doesn't want to be found. He needs to have a low, slow profile.
Okay. Thank you for bringing that up, because like that was one thing that I didn't really have at the top of my head. I'm like, how did Tails locate Sonic? Okay, so yeah, it's the Sonic waves or
that bang thing.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. Yeah, I definitely want to get some final thoughts in on the movie before we wrap up. As far as like spoilers for post-credit scenes, we do get confirmation.
Yeah, we would. We just waiting for Ray to get there.
Yes, yeah.
We let you build up to it, obviously.
Definitely. So yeah, like I said earlier, we are not 100% sure what happens physically to Eggman on Earth. We do know he's still on Earth after the huge egg megazord collapses. But Gunn follows up with us post credits to let us know that Eggman was developing this mirror image of Sonic, and it's lo and behold,
I don't think it was Eggman.
They said it was 50 years old, didn't they?
Yeah, it says they're doing it his grandfather. It's
so
gonna be his grandfather,
the original Robotnik, perhaps. Yeah.
Because I said in my review that they might go edgy and dark with this. They're going to give Shadow guns. We're going to get Shadow the Hedgehog.
We're going to get Shadow the Hedgehog the movie. I mean, the game, the movie. And I actually really, really liked the Shadow the Hedgehog game on PS2.
I liked it too. I don't know why people hate it. Everyone's like, it's so edgy. Well, I mean,
it's Shadow.
That's what Shadow's the edgier version of Sonic. What the heck?
Yeah, Shadow does look dope.
He's emo on purpose. It's not fake. It's not like he's being fake emo. But if Ray, since you played it, I hope they're doing Shadow's origin from the game with Maria. Like, I hope they do that, because that'll be like very like good for Shadow's character and stuff. Because in Sonic Heroes, Eggman made him, which was not really it was okay origin. I mean, made by Eggman and all that. But I think his Shadow the Hedgehog origin would be so much more powerful.
In Sonic Heroes, we also saw like 1,000 tubes holding a shadow, and that tube in this post-credit scene matched to the same one from the games.
I
hope we get Amy and Rouge in the third movie as well. It would make sense.
And the one they're working with, they're using the Shadow the Hedgehog origin. So I think this is what I think. If they're going this route, they might be setting up the Black Arms Alien Invasion. That was was in the Shadow the Hedgehog game. They're setting up so much stuff, and they have so many avenues they can take. Like, they can set up Perfect Chaos, Metal Sonic, the Black Arms Alien Invasion. They're setting up so much stuff. They have avenues of where they can go. They got avenues. We're about to get the Sonic Cinematic Universe. We're about to take down the MCU, ChillMonger.
Oh God,
get out of
here. I
here.
hope that we get the Knuckles TV show before the third movie. I would love that. Yeah.
I think we are. It makes sense.
The most recent quote from Idris Elba was like, "We have no idea what's going on. We just know that the series is announced." So it doesn't sound like he's even done voice acting for it yet.
Yeah, because they have to see if this is a success before they could greenlight anything new.
Superboy says, if Shadow gets a motorcycle, I will lose it. Perp says, when Shadow comes, they better not hoe him, because Knuckles was a little off for me at times. Interesting. I want to know your review, or I'll go to your channel and check it out. Perp. Kamani says, I hope they do Shadow death scene. Oh, I hope they don't kill him. That would suck. I would love to see
I think he's talking about
character arc.
I think it might be referring to a flashback when Shadow got put away again. Because remember the game, he was out sometimes. He hang out with Maria and stuff on the arc, but he never like really went anywhere else besides arc. And when Maria died, he got put back into stasis.
Oh,
so I think
okay,
that's what he's referring to. I'm not sure. I think he may be talking about he doesn't want Shadow to die in general. I don't think Shadow would die.
I think in Heroes, there's like multiple clones of Shadow, and I think the one Shadow that we're playing with in the game is a clone. I forget if
I think the current one at the moment is it was weird. Shadow the Hedgehog, you got the Sonic 06 Shadow, then you got the most recent Shadow. I think the most recent Shadow is the Eggman created one. Because the Shadow Hedgehog from the game is created by the grandfather, and the most recent one is more of an Eggman, clone of the original.
Yeah, I definitely want to see more of that. I hope they do work in the Shadow clones aspect too. That would be really interesting. And Brell says, who do you guys think should voice Shadow? ChillMonger says Keanu. I agree. Yeah,
yes,
little
good answer,
make believe.
Trifecta.
You guys are choosing these obvious, like, basic people. We need someone like a Michael Cera to voice Shadow. Michael Cera would be amazing. Yeah, man, Michael
his
Cera,
voice
bro.
is so different. That's not a Shadow voice.
Nah, I'm joking.
No, my fan casting would definitely be Keanu. But yeah, yours is Michael Cera, like for real.
Nah, I'm joking. Jason Momoa, Keanu, the guy who did Will Arnett, the guy who did the Lego Batman voice.
Oh,
not like the bat. Yeah, don't make it all groggy and stuff, but like something, a dark.
Imagine Mark Hamill.
Voice.
That would be interesting.
That would. Perp says they need.
Mark Hamill might go too sinister with it.
The human characters weren't too much. Like Kong versus Godzilla, that was extremely.
Yeah, it was barely in the human characters barely got any screen time.
Yeah, human characters here, like the cousin of Maddie. Like, yeah, she was in the first movie, so let's see what she's up to now. Didn't take too long. I don't know. I didn't mind it.
I really like Tom and Maddie this movie. I think they got the little screen time they got. They worked because I'm glad we got more of everybody else. If they keep it like this is the thing, right? Sometimes you get something too good. These studios like to switch up stuff. I hope there's more people on the internet saying that they like the fact that it got more of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. So the studio listens and makes sure, like, okay, keep doing this, keep giving them more of Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, all these other characters and stuff. Make sure to keep less of the human characters. Not say you have to suck them all out and not have any in there because they are on Earth. They're going to be protecting humanity. But I hope people agree, as they should, that seeing more of Sonic in them is better than seeing
you should only have the humans to serve Sonic. When she's telling them do the pound, I knew, we're gonna get a triple pound at the ending. So they set up things throughout the movie. They referenced it. Yeah, let's do it. And then by the end of the movie, that Sonic Heroes moment, which was super. And I knew it was coming because I listened to your non-spoiler.
I was waiting for them to play the song.
Are you serious? The whole wedding scene that we really didn't need in the movie took up way too much time. I kind of
it was so
agree
small,
with you to an extent,
small screen
a little
time.
bit. Yeah.
But they have to show the FBI agents who were like Shamar Moore and all them guys played a role. It involved with Eggman. It was involved with Sonic and furthering the plot by locking them up.
Yeah, like take all the scenes with Tom in them. It's Sonic has more screen time than all the human characters in this movie.
Yeah.
Same for Sonic, Knuckles, Eggman, and I'll say Tails have the most screen time out of all of them.
Ooh, John Bernthal. That would be a pretty good one. Yeah, Punisher.
They might not choose a white guy.
Tony Todd.
Doing his Punisher voice.
Yeah, Tony Todd. That would be an interesting casting too. Y'all in the chat. Run, Sonic, run. Exactly. All right. So final thoughts on this movie. K-Dots.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. Another thing they need to put in there. Silver the Hedgehog. He needs to pop up in these movies and stuff. That because I want a Sonic, Shadow, and Silver spin-off movie. It don't gotta be like a Sonic 4 or 5, just a spin-off movie of them fighting an epic like villain.
Yeah, I feel like the third movie, if they introduce Shadow and then maybe Rouge and Amy, depending on who they introduce in the Knuckles series in the meantime, that would be a really good antagonist for maybe like a fourth movie or something. But I don't know if like padding it out like with Shadow and Silver and others, that would feel like, does everyone get like enough screen time? Do we get enough development?
Well, I say it's a spinoff. Like the movie I want is like a spinoff after they finish the trilogy, and it's just about Sonic, Shadow, and Silver. It don't got to be nothing on a grand scale, but it's just the three of them, you know, doing something together. And it's a total spinoff. Could take place on another planet, anything. Like, or if they go into it, like I said, if they're doing this Black Arm alien invasion and stuff, it can create like a whole arc where characters get separated and got to do their own thing. Sonic, Shadow, and Silver got to go somewhere. Knuckles, Tails, and you know, could do like the Sonic Hero scenario.
Yes, yeah. I love Sonic Heroes so much because I got so much character development and banter, and just a lot of like plot details as far as like the background of these characters just interacting with each other, especially with like Team Chaotix, who I hope we see in the new Knuckles series. I'm a big fan of the Chaotix crew. But yeah, that's
SBO, Vector, and the Bumblebee. What were their names?
Charmy, SPO, and Vector.
Oh, and Armadillo. The Armadillo character. I forget their name. They were in Sonic Mania.
Started with a C.
Yeah. Oh wait, they're not in this version. Sorry. Yes.
What other Sonic things do you have at arm's reach?
I have Sonic Colors for Switch. That came out completely broken. And Sonic Forces, I think. Yeah. As far as like games,
we need to have Big the Cat.
I was just
Big
fascinated.
the Cat, yes, we need to have
I already
Big
know
the
who the
Cat.
voice actor is.
Is that the
Sylvester
Fisher?
Stallone.
Oh my god.
Sylvester Stallone for Big the Cat, guys.
Silver, Shadow the Hedge, or not Shadow, Silver the Hedgehog, yeah. And Kamani says they better put Live and Learn Sonic Movie 3
Live
because
and learn.
Yeah, there's definitely like an absence of more Crush 40 songs. Oh, Cream and Cheese, the Chow.
It is a kids movie.
Cheese, yeah.
You're getting that more likely.
I hope they give some context and explain like why they have not asked Crush 40 at all to come in and make an original song for the movie. Because that is so weird that they wouldn't ask them and stuff. Because I know fans want that. And I'll be honest with you,
Kid Cudi?
the original music for these movies have not been as good as anything that Crush 40 made. Like that Kid Cudi song, this movie is growing on me. It's slowly growing. It's really not that good. It's okay. I like the Speed Me Up song from the first movie, but like, they're just kind of picking the right artists for these songs. Like, if they're gonna do rap and stuff, they're not picking the right rappers for these, like, you know.
Oh, you don't like Gangster's Paradise in the trailer? No,
not like that. But like the artists coming in to make new original music for these movies, like
that too.
Because
it's obvious. Everyone knows what you're supposed to do, and I can't imagine Crush 40 is like, no, you're not giving us the right amount of money. I think they'd love to do it.
I don't think it's money.
No,
they probably was getting paid a lot for those Sonic games, anyways. I mean,
I think it's marketability. Like, how well is this song going to play in trailers to get people to immediately latch onto it? You know, I think that's probably a big reason.
Right, because it's one thing, you know, the Sonic games may not be up to the quality everybody wants to be, but the one thing people can tell you, the music is really great from those games. Even the ones that people don't really like Sonic Unleashed, the main song, Endless Possibilities. It's a banger Sonic song. It's up there. The game may not be everyone's favorite, but that song is a banger.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I do hope that at least the orchestral parts could, you know, have some like Crush 40 influence, if not like, you know, production over it. That would be really cool. If not, like, you know, if they can't do like the main theme, if they have to make it so marketable to whoever's the next, you know, artist that they want to do the song. But
I did like a lot of the hip hop like bass score, like when they showed the Seattle intro, they played a little hip hop 808.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. It's just if I just wish they would pick like a certain genre to stick with. of music, because like they're playing the classic, they're playing some modern, like they don't have like a set thing they want to do. They still work on the classical music. It's like just pick a genre you want to base Sonic around. If you want to do it based around hip hop, just get better hip hop artists to do these like original songs for these movies.
Oh, and now that that we're talking about music for these movies, I know that Knuckles usually has like a hip hop sort of theme, and Pumpkin Hill is like.
Oh yeah, you know I want to have Pumpkin Hill rap.
Yeah,
F for not having a Pumpkin Hill rap in this movie. This movie's an F-. It failed. There was no Pumpkin Hill rap. Failure.
And Knuckles doesn't use his gliding power or whatever.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. I never got it.
Yeah. Kamani says it was really funny if Tom and Maddie have a baby named Chris Thorndike from Sonic X. Oh yeah, that would be an interesting one.
Their last name is Wachowski.
Oh my god. They better not bring Chris in here. They better not bring Chris in here. Oh my gosh.
They can do that.
Chris.
But we'd have to wait till like Sonic 10 to actually see Chris grow. Actually, no. I take that back. Sonic is needing to stay a kid. Like they can really not age him too much. So the time gaps between movies, let's say this is successful and we do get to Sonic 10, at the most he'll be like a teenager. What is he now? He's 12?
He's like 15. Well, the last like documented age I've seen is like he's 15-ish, and Knuckles is like 16.
Something.
I think the most recent age he's in his 20s in his most recent age. Or it's like 18, 20-ish.
Okay, I take that back
in the games?
No, yeah, in the games, like his most recent age is like 18, 20-ish.
Okay.
He's around there.
Hey, but James
he's definitely
Barnes,
a lot younger in this movie here.
The actor who played Tom also played Cyclops. And did you guys notice how bulky he was? He's coming in Multiverse of Madness. Look out for him. They shot this movie about the same time, so he was getting into character.
Man.
Redemption arc, baby.
Okay, final thoughts on the movie. K-Dots, what is your final score for the movie and why?
Man, you already know what's up. I gave this movie an A. Yes, you guys, I gave this movie an A. I was entertained. This movie was faithful to Sonic while still being totally original. You know, a lot of these events that happen here are totally different from the game. But the elements they picked was pretty faithful to the game. I love the amount of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles we got in this movie. Sonic was epic. That post-credit scene, oh my gosh, blew my mind. I almost freaking like passed out in my theater seat. You know, I almost passed out, but somebody called me and said, "Yo, chill, relax." I understand. But nah, I gave the movie an A. I was entertained. I loved it. I laughed. I loved it. I'm not changing my grade. I loved it. It's an A.
You see, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. And I gave the first Sonic movie an 8 out of 10 also, but I do think this was better than that one was. Very interested in this. It was better, but it wasn't that much better. Especially like the end credit scene, I was kind of expecting Shadow, but seeing Tails in the first end credit scene was, this is so good. I don't know. Next time I need them to go visit the chemical plant zone and play that music. They need more video game music, because the best part of this movie were the video game spots, especially the bubble when he needed to breathe air. Yeah. That was so good. Even when he was running kind of on the beach, I was thinking about the beginning of the Sonic 3 video game. More video game references, the better. So I played Sonic Heroes, seeing the fists. That sounds very bad. Seeing them, that was like, okay, video game stuff, cool. I need more video game stuff, and they did it just enough, more than enough here to satisfy me. 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. And to Chill's point, I would love to see more video game references, definitely more music, as everyone has already called out. And I definitely like this movie a lot more than the first one for sure. So yeah, I'm just like really excited to see more from the team that worked on this movie, because I think they're doing a great job with how they're adapting Sonic for the big screen. And they're shooting 2 for 2 right now. So I am also cautiously optimistic for the Super Mario Brothers movie that y'all were, or folks in the chat were bringing up. I don't think we're going to get much more info or maybe a trailer later this year, but definitely not a release date this year. There's like far too much, happening in Nintendo, like for them to, try and push a movie out right now. But yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at. I don't know if y'all have any speculation on like the Mario Bros. Movie, or if you think it'll be weaker than Sonic.
Well, it's going to be animated, so it's going to have a huge advantage to do a lot of things. But I think it's going to be a good movie. Chris Pratt, he's going to be voicing everybody in the film. Princess Peach, Bowser, Baby Mario, everybody. Chris Pratt, he's going to do it all.
I got low expectations, and it'll suck. Yeah.
If you have low expectations and it ends up being pretty good, you'll come out like happy, right? Because
I know that's true. That's those, yes.
Yeah, I think them animating it chill. They're playing it safe. Honestly,
they're playing it safe. Use Chris Pratt. Use the Francis guy. Use the original voice actor.
Yeah, I agree. They should use him. I don't know why they're, because Mario doesn't talk.
They
sometimes he talks in the Paper Mario games, but he still doesn't talk.
And then they go ahead and they say, okay, well, listen, he's still going to be part of the movie. Don't worry, fans. All right, then make him the voice of Mario or Luigi, or maybe he'll just be Luigi. Who knows?
Rhea, real quick, if you can show something.
Yeah.
Show something real quick.
Do you have a
link?
Guys,
if
show your private tabs.
Oh.
You wish. If the design of the film never changed, we would have got Tails looking like this.
Mario vs. Sonic would make more than BVS.
Oh, geez. What am I going to pull up?
It probably would. Oh, you see it down there?
Oh, here it is. Oh, yikes.
Yeah, Tails would have looked like that if they didn't change the design.
Oof.
Yeah.
I just remembered because of Ugandan Knuckles. They do make a bunch of Do You Know the Way references in the movie. So for folks who are, saying, hey, like that would be cool to reference, it is done in the movie. It's just a spoiler.
Do you know the way?
Yes. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get that nightmare fuel off my screen.
Yeah, 4 tails.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yes. Oh my, indeed. LOL. I hope Male Mario movie doesn't be like a Minions movie. Well, it's gonna be kind of tough because Illumination are the people behind the Minions movie. So I'm cautiously optimistic though, based off of like what they're doing with Sonic. So maybe that is giving some positive, influence over it. Maybe. I don't know if because it's completely 2 different studios, Paramount versus Illumination. So we'll see. Yeah. Anyway, cool. Awesome. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me for a little bit, talking about the Sonic 2 movie. And thank you again to Tim for hanging out before you had to dip. K-Dots, what are you going to be working on and where can we find you at?
Sonic spoiler review coming at 5 p.m. today.
I'm going to be there.
Well, you're a DC fan, so you're always welcome.
Yay!
You're always welcome to my streams. I like these MCU fan here. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing today. Nothing else at the moment. I just been dropping just shorts and stuff for earlier today, but at the moment, just my Sonic spoiler review, spoiler stream. Gotta hear some people's blasphemies and stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Are anyone else popping in, or is it just gonna be us, or it's a open door?
I don't know. I think Nerman's gonna be there. Nerman's definitely gonna be there. Anzo might be there.
Nice.
I think maybe ChillMonger if he's free. Perk might be there. I gave him the link. Arkham Gaming.
It's gonna be a party. Probably. I see you. Okay.
I am contemplating inviting Jaded Fanboy. Oh my gosh.
You got to.
I don't say. Why does Sonic run so fast?
Chill, where can we find you at, and what are you working on?
Jaded, you're my boy. If you're watching, you're my
ChillMonger is the channel you can find me on. If K-Dot's video starts in 2.5 hours, me and K-Dot with Rhea did a video that lasts about 2.5 hours. So you can go to ChillMonger right now and go watch 33 burning MCU questions where we have fun about a universe which we all love. Most of us love.
And I was on that earlier this morning as well for a little bit. Please check out K-Dot and ChillMonger's links in the description. Follow them on Twitter as well as YouTube. Hard dab. And yes. This has been awesome. Thank y'all so much. I'm gonna go ahead and play the outro music. Well, or y'all are just dabbing on mute. So yeah, please feel free to step out of the StreamYard, and I'll play this outro music. Thanks everyone for watching. All right, take care. Have a great evening. Bye. Dab.